Hey guys, Jeff here from Films at Home. Got a quick 4K unboxing and review for you today of Dunkirk. I just grabbed this morning. It just showed up from Warner Brothers. I'm excited to review this and check it out. There's some interesting things about the disc and how it displays on the 4K TV as well. So I will show a demo at the end like I've been doing, where I pop it on the TV and show you guys a quick minute or so of the movie so you can check out the resolution. It's not going to be the best, obviously, recording a camera on a TV, but it gives you an idea of how it'll look, and you can see some of the interesting things that happen with this disc and this transfer to 4K. So to start, I'm going to unbox this for you, show you guys what the guts of it looks like, and what's included in this release. So real quick, just taking a look at the packaging. I believe the 4K cover art is actually a little different from the Blu-ray. This has kind of a picture of Tom Hardy in the plane. All the planes are coming down over the water. Has the great HDR sticker on it. As you can see, it's a 4K Blu-ray and digital copy combo pack. On the back, just some more stuff about the movie. 4K HDR version with original theatrical audio mix. That's interesting. Typically most 4Ks will have the Dolby Atmos now. Now this one actually has the DTS HD that came with the theatrical release. So you're getting the true theater experience from this. Popping off the slipcover here, you're gonna see that the cover art for the packaging, it's exactly the same as the slipcover. So, having a slipcover is nice, but nothing changes here. Typical black 4K case. Open it up, what we have here is we have the digital copy. I'll keep that face down so you can't check that and steal it from me. Then we have the Blu-ray disc for the movie. Over here is the 4K disc for the movie. Now, you're probably asking about special features in this review. There are quite a few. There's a whole piece on the back here about join Christopher Nolan and his production team on their epic journey, large format cameras, all these challenges. So that actually isn't included on the Blu-ray. Where it is, it's behind the 4K disc is a third disc, which is a Blu-ray disc full of the special features. Personally, I hate this because if you're buying this release, you really want the 4K disc. So why would you stack the 4K disc with the special features and risk the underside of it getting scratched? Put the special features under the Blu-ray disc, and then you won't have any issues with your 4K disc, and keep your 4K separate. It really didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't love the packaging. I think if you're going to do 3 discs, just put the extra sleeve in. Don't do the disc stacking. It's really a poor way to package these movies. So obviously you can tell I'm not a huge fan of that. So what I actually did was I just took the Blu-ray disc off, put the special features under there, and now I have the 4K disc by itself on the right side, keeping that a little more protected. I just think it makes more sense that way. It's really the way it should have come packaged in the first place. So now, like I said, I'm going to do a quick 4K review on my home theater so you guys can get an idea of how the IMAX scenes play on the 4K disc. There's some interesting stuff there with how those are changing the aspect ratios of the movie as you watch it. If you have The Dark Knight on Blu-ray, then you know that some of the IMAX scenes are full screen and then others have the black bars. So we'll dive into that. You'll hear a little bit of the audio, mostly dialogue, only because I didn't want to spoil anything. Didn't want to show any major action scenes in case you haven't seen it. Didn't want to give anything away, but you'll get a sense for how the 5.1 track sounds. It's not going to be as impressive as the Atmos, but obviously Christopher Nolan wanted to release it this way. They make a point of saying in the back cover it's got the original theatrical audio, so I'm sure he was adamant about that, and I trust the guy. He doesn't make a bad movie. So let's pop this in the Xbox real quick and see how the 4K looks. As you can see here, this is an IMAX sequence. It's going to be full frame, and then right here in a second, this is going to shrink down to a typical aspect ratio where you'll have black bars on the top and bottom. Very similar to Christopher Nolan's movie The Dark Knight. He did the same thing with the cinematography in that, where the IMAX scenes take full screen here, and any scenes that weren't shot in IMAX have the black bars on top and bottom.
and the enemy tanks have stopped.
Why have they stopped?
Waste precious tanks when they can pick us off from the air like a fish in a barrel.
How long does London expect the army to hold out before we make terms?
Make terms? They're not stopping here. We need to get our army back. Britain's next, and then the rest of the world.
Christ. You can practically see it from here. What? Home. What about the French?
Publicly, Churchill...
All right, guys, that's about it. That gives you an idea of what you're going to get if you do end up pre-ordering or purchasing Dunkirk on 4K. You know, I think the 4K visuals are definitely going to be worth it for this movie. Christopher Nolan always does a great job with the IMAX scenes, especially. Those should look incredible in 4K. It's kind of a gray-blue movie. It has kind of a darker color scheme. So the HDR may not pop as much, but I could see in a few scenes where it really made a huge difference. And I mean, if you're going to get a movie like this and you want the full experience and you have the 4K setup, it only makes sense in this day and age to grab the 4K movie. Obviously the movie's great. I didn't think it was as incredible as maybe Saving Private Ryan or even Hacksaw Ridge, but you know, it tells a really interesting story, something you don't really hear about when people talk World War II. And I'm a history buff, so this was it was a no-brainer for me. Absolutely loved it. I'd give it probably a 4 out of 5 total package. I do knock it for the fact that the discs were stacked. I think that's just kind of lazy packaging. It's not my favorite, but the audio is great, visuals are great, and you know, getting an extra special features disc, you don't see that a lot anymore. So even though it was stacked, you can fix it once you get the movie. Make sure you're not stacking your 4K discs on top of anything else. But yeah, really, I highly recommend this. Great movie, great 4K release. Warner Brothers did a really nice job with this one. So that's about it, guys. Until next time, Jeff from Films and Home here. Make sure you like this video, subscribe. We just got over 400. We're already at 420, I believe, as of today. So we can get to 500 by the end of the year. That would be incredibly cool. Also, remember to follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link down in the description. You can find a bunch of pictures there. You'll always see the newest stuff popping up there. Whenever a new release is announced, I try to make sure I put it up there so you guys know about it. And let me know how you like this review. It's my first time doing a review. I usually do a collection update, but I figured, hey, I've got Dunkirk, one of the year's best movies. I got it in 4K. I got it a week early. You know, people are going to want to see that. So let me know what you thought of the review, what you thought of the demo, what I can do better. I'm always looking to improve. But thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good one, guys.